Hello all, welcome to Teach5. Today we are going to discuss about the IELTS writing. We're going to look at different structure, the scoring and the tips. In this video you will learn the scoring criteria for IELTS writing. What is the test structure looking like and what should your approach be? So first, let's look at the scoring criteria. What are the different marking criteria for your IELTS writing? First of all, it is the task response, which means how appropriately or accurately are you responding to a given task. It also includes the word count. You would have certain word counts for each type of task, which means task 1 you're supposed to write in 150 words, and for task 2 you are expected to write in 250 words. So your task response is all about how accurately and how efficiently you are responding to fulfill the requirement. The next will be your coherence and cohesion. Coherence is all about how well are you organizing. How well are you organizing your sentences? How well are you paragraphing? Whether you are able to use those cohesive devices to make sure to have your links in place. If you are able to link your sentences, your information, your ideas. Okay? And cohesive devices are nothing but the logical connectors, or rather you can say the pronouns and the conjunctions. What is lexical resource? Lexical resource is nothing but the range of vocabulary that you use to frame your sentences. It's very important that each and every word that you use has to be formal, or it is much advised to go for an uncommon word. However, every choice of word that you choose to speak or to write, it has to be accurate. It has to be appropriate. So, lexical resource, which considers the range of vocabulary that you use, you should try and limit any repetition of words. The last not least is in your marking criteria will be the grammatical range and accuracy. So what is range? Range is more about writing different types of sentences. Now, when we talk about different types of sentences, it includes your simple, complex, and compound sentences. So using these type of sentences are called grammatical range. Now, what's accuracy? Accuracy is all about using proper punctuations, or rather you can say the spellings, where an appropriate tense is being used. So all in all, these are the 4 marking criteria which you should be focusing on and basis of which you've been scored for your writing. Next, let's talk about the test structure. Now the test structure, there are 2 ways of taking the test, right? So you have 2 versions of the test. One is academic and the other one is the general training. Now first of all, your IELTS writing is going to be for 60 minutes. The 60 minutes is divided in 2 tasks. For academic, the first thing that you will be doing is your task 1, wherein you're expected to write in about 150 words. Now what are you supposed to do in your task 1? In task 1, you would have to summarize a particular information. Now there will be a graph or a table or a chart or a diagram which will be given. You need to describe, you need to summarize, you need to explain the information in your own words. And for this particular task, you need to keep aside 20 minutes. Your task 2 in academic is writing an essay. Now, essay that could be in response to a given, or rather say a different point of view, or what is the problem, to justify, to present, to give your opinion, to evaluate, right? So there are different types of topics which will be given, and you will need to demonstrate what is the opinion. How would you go ahead and present a solution to a problem? Here in task 2, you are expected to write in 250 words in 40 minutes. So all in all, you get about 60 minutes to perform your task 1 and task 2. Now how about general writing? In general writing, again, you have 2 tasks, but your task 1 is a little different from that of academic. In task 1 in general writing, you're supposed to write a letter. So based on what the situation is, there are 3 different types of letters. One is personal, then you have the semi-formal, and lastly the formal letter. So you would be given a situation, and based on the situation you will have to write a letter. It can be any of these which is mentioned up there. Your task 2 is very similar to that of academic task 2, which is writing an essay. Writing an essay in response to a point of view. Maybe you would have to present a solution to a problem. All right, and the basic expectation is that you're supposed to write in 250 words in 40 minutes. Now, what should you do? Firstly, you would need to take some time out and analyze the task properly. Spend some time making some notes because you would have to be sure about what are you finally going to be presenting. Highlight or underline those keywords. Keywords are the ones whom you would be focusing much on. Plan your answer before you start. Very important, because once you start to write, you should have a proper plan in place, because you will not be able to go ahead and amend the corrections whenever, wherever. Manage your time accordingly, because your task 2 is supposed to be, or rather you can say it's twice as much as task 1. So remember that what you have to do, you have to appropriately manage your time. Most importantly, you must write your answers in full. Answers written in note or in bullet points will lose marks. They will not be considered. So you should not be including any bullet points or the note forms. Pay attention to your spelling, your grammar, your punctuation. If not, you can very well lose marks for the mistakes that you commit. Avoid informal language. Like said, every word that you use to write is supposed to be formal. Okay, and it'll be always better to go for some uncommon words, because the more the uncommon words that you use, the stronger your vocabulary, your lexical resource be. Proofreading is a must. So go ahead and spend some time towards the end to see that if you have written everything correctly and everything is in the way it has to be. I hope you liked this video, so don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Let us know if you would like us to post what you want us to post in our next video. Bye-bye.